a long time. You know what I mean?
Long time.
Yeah, long time. Yeah.
Nice. Far as that, and the Source Awards, I know you got some crazy stories with that. With that
Well, the
Source
Source
Awards.
Awards, man, the Source Awards, the thing about the Source Awards was you gotta understand back in the 90s, and like motherfuckers wasn't even giving hip hop its just due. The Grammys
Sure.
wasn't giving the Grammys really wasn't giving awards to street guys. They wasn't really
Mm.
recognizing hip hop. They knew they knew the genre was big. I think Naughty by Nature was one of the early winners of the hip hop Grammys. I think Naughty one was one of the first ones, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm.
when hip hop was a category.
Right.
But they still wasn't giving us respect. I mean, these are old white people in Hollywood. They didn't give a fuck about. They just knew that hip hop was starting to make money and starting to get a lot of a big audience. So they had to put it up
Mm-hmm.
there for an award. But they at one point they had best rap artists and best hip hop artists. Like what the fuck is
Mm.
that? Like how do you
Right.
differentiate from that? Like especially back then they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. So we came up with the idea that look, we're gonna do our own award show. The very first one started on Yo MTV Raps, I think in '91, and it
Yeah.
just Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, rest in peace, was just
Right.
reading. Was just we kind of gave them a list of awards, and they was just reading it off. It
Mm.
wasn't no physical awards. They was just kind of reading off, who we felt won an award. Matter
Right.
of fact, I think it was those small awards. It wasn't like the big mic that we had with
What's
the fist
what's
with
the
the
big
mic.
one?
But
Ah.
94 was the first Source Awards that, it was in Madison Square Garden. We got Bernie Mac to host it. Rest in peace,
Oh
Bernie Mac.
shit. Rest in peace, Bernie.
It was inside the Madison Square Garden. It was in the Paramount Theater in the Madison Square Garden. And I just remember it was dark as fuck in there, right? And
Yeah.
a lot of shit was a lot of shit was going wrong and shit, you know what I'm saying? The lights was
Mm-hmm.
coming on, the lights was going off, the mic was fucking up. But
Right.
it was good that we had Bernie as a host because as shit was fucking up, he was making fun of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, no, I really, if